Hey, what's up? Josh Beatley here with the Guitar Player School. Hope you're having a great Monday. Mine has been interesting. Woke up sick as hell with a headache and pounding headache. Not symptomatic, just maybe sinuses. I don't know. Anyway, doing a lot better now and wanted to talk to you today about the Phrygian Mode. So we're talking about the Phrygian Mode because a lot of my students have been asking me about when it comes to improvising, they want to learn more scales. They want to learn how to be more creative when it comes to soloing. And a certain amount of that comes down to fretboard knowledge. A certain amount of that comes down to some rather minimal music theory understanding. If you really want to get the most out of anything improvising and lead guitar, you should invest time in understanding what's going on behind it, because it's going to teach your ear and your hands what's really going on. And instead of just running finger patterns where you end up feeling like you're playing the same thing over and over again, which is really common for a lot of people, you can use some of the guidelines within music theory to come up with new ideas. Okay, so for those of you guys interested, I got my Ultimate Pentatonic Shortcut course coming out soon. If you want to learn how to completely solo across the entire fretboard and play to changes without learning caged system, without learning a lot of complicated music theory, then book a short phone call with me below. And if you're local to Massachusetts and you want to book a free intro lesson, I should be a reopening studio for in-person students soon. You can go to tauntguitarlessons.com/free guitar lesson, just for local Massachusetts residents. Okay, so Phrygian Mode, what is it? Phrygian Mode is a mode of the major scale. Now what we're going to do is turn the reverb on real quick. Okay, so Phrygian Mode. What we're going to show you today is a trick to turn the minor pentatonic shape, which just about every guitar player knows. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn that into a Phrygian scale shape. So in order to understand that, you need a little bit of music theory. A mode is a 7-note scale. It's derived from the major scale, which has 7 notes. So any mode that's coming from the major scale will also have 7 notes. But the pentatonic scale is 5 notes. So basically, if we take the pentatonic scale and add 2 notes to it, 2 particular notes to it, we can get a particular mode. Minor pentatonic will go along great with Phrygian, Dorian, and Aeolian. So those are the modes we're going to be talking about this week, because those are minor modes. So a minor mode has a minor pentatonic scale in it with the addition of 2 notes, like I said before. So let's talk about the minor pentatonic first, and then we'll show you how to add some notes to it to make it Phrygian. And here we go. Minor pentatonic. So here's what you need to know. The minor pentatonic scale, the root note is A. Another name for the root note is the 1, or the root. So I have a 1, a flat 3, a 4, a 5, and a flat 7, and then back to the 1. So to make this into a Phrygian scale, what's up guys? Thanks for those of you watching. Be sure to leave a comment, like, share this, get this out there. So help support local music teachers like myself. Okay, so here we go. So I got 1, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 7. Now all of those notes are in a Phrygian mode. We're missing 2 notes. We're missing a flat 2 and a flat 6. So you can find a flat 2 by finding the 1 and then going up a fret. So anytime there's an A in this shape, the flat 2 is 1 fret higher. Okay, so if I just add that flat 2 to the minor pentatonic scale, it gets a cool new flavor. It sounds like this. Okay, let's get a little chord action going on here. that's what happens when you add the flat 2. Now let's add the flat 6 to it. In order to find the flat 6, you just need to know where the 5 is. So here's the 1, flat 3, 4, here's the 5. So the flat 6 is a half step higher than that. Okay, another kind of dark sounding note. So if we add that to the pentatonic scale on its own, you get this sort of sound. Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the lesson. So, real quick, what we're talking about doing is taking a minor pentatonic box shape and making it sound Phrygian. So, what we've done so far, we've taken the minor pentatonic, we've added the flat 2, we added the flat 6. Now, when we put those two together, we get the whole Phrygian scale. Now, this is kind of what's a cage system shape, meaning you're just kind of adding some notes to the pentatonic shapes. It goes like this. 1, flat 2, flat 3, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, 1. Keep going. Flat 3, up, flat 2, flat 3, 4, Now this will work in any of the box shapes that you know that start at an A. So if I go to the 12th fret A, it's the same thing. The flat 2 is going to be right next to the root, and the flat 6 is going to be right next to the 5. Alright, and that is how you take a minor pentatonic box shape and make it sound Phrygian. Now, when can you use this? This is where the music theory really comes into play, is that you can't really just use this over any chord progression unless there's a couple factors. Number one, if it's just a long jam on a minor chord, like an A minor for a really long time, and you don't have any other chords showing up, then you can add really any flavor you want to it. Okay. The other way that you can use this is if you have a minor chord, and then the next chord is either a major chord that's a half step higher, or a minor chord that's a whole step lower. What styles of music? Oh, good question, Bob. Okay, so Phrygian is commonly used in, it's used in a lot of Latin and kind of Spanish sounding music. It's commonly known as a kind of Spanish sounding scale. And metal. A lot of metal uses Phrygian, especially for riffs. Maybe not in this box shape, but... Yeah, so Phrygian is kind of a dream, call it the Dream Theater scale if you want. So a lot of Latin, a lot of Spanish style music, flamenco can be used for this, and then rock and metal in particular. You don't really hear this stuff played on blues. You don't really hear it play on jazz. You can in certain instances. Really, there's no rules that say you can't do something, but stylistically, that's what you'll see used the most. So yeah, so that's it for today's lesson, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to contact me at the link if you are interested in talking about my Ultimate Pentatonic Shortcut course. We'll show you how to play across the entire fretboard and play to changes using a super easy pentatonic scale system, not the cage system, and it will totally revolutionize the way you look at the fretboard. You'll be able to solo in any direction, starting on any string, in a really short amount of time. So this is Josh Beatley with the Guitar Player School. Hope you had a great Monday, better than I did this morning. And be sure to leave a comment, like it, and we'll catch you around. Peace.